Well, good evening, everybody. Hello, happy Tuesday. Tuesday, 7:30. Come on in, let's get crafty. I will just, if you can see the word live, you're with me here now, live. If it's not there, you're catching the replay, but either way, welcome and thank you for watching. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Fiona, Stampin' Up demonstrator in the little town of Mataura in Southland, which is at the bottom of the South Island. And every Tuesday at 7:30, I get to come in here and do some crafty fun. And then you get to have a go and you might win a prize. Sylvia's out there. How are you? I hope you guys are having some much better, well-deserved sunny spring weather. Another cracker spring day down here. Beautiful weather. I think we even got to 18 degrees, so it was really nice. Nikki's out there. Josie, how are you? Who else did I see? Gayleen. Come on in, everybody. It's been a fun day, that's for sure. We have fun. I've got my DIY clothing on. So the DIY clothing. We have started the pergola. Finally, after that blooming boat shed jumped the queue, we have started the pergola. Oh, good spring day in Palmerston North. Fantastic. Yeah, no, hopefully it is here to stay for a while. It'll be nice to have a few more days in the garden and doing the odd job. Elaine Newell, Emma's out there as well. How are you all? I hope you're well. Coping. Michelle, how's Woodyville? I hope that's all good. About time you guys got some sunny weather. Lucky Linda, did you pick up your thing out of the letterbox? I haven't checked. Oh, I put it in there. Hopefully you got it. Did you notice if anyone got that stuff out of the letterbox part? No, he hasn't looked either. No need to brag. Some of us, oh, bloody rain in Auckland. Oh, poor Arlene. Bugger damn, I tell you. It's coming. It's slowly making it. I'm blowing it up there. It's no, cracker weather. We're going to do a fun little bit of crafting tonight, which I know you ladies will take to the next level. I like to try and show you the kind of the gist of a technique, and then you guys, oh, you did, oh, I will run out there after this and get it. There's something in the letterbox for me, so if you feel like, you know, stretching your legs. Fatigue is already set in. Day one of DIY with the pergola, and fatigue has set in. He is not coping. He had to dig some holes through rock. Hey, Lindley, Amy will see you on Sunday. Hope you can come along. Lindley's out there as well. So enough chitter-chatter. Let's just flick the camera over and just rip into the crafting. Then we can have a chit-chat afterwards and give away some prizes. So I'm going to just, you know, do the usual. You get to look at the ceiling for a little bit. And then we'll bring you over. Oh, excuse me. And then you can look down on my desk. There we go. And, of course, we put up our fantastic lights. That makes us see everything so clearly now. I can see clearly now. The rain has gone. No, don't sing, Fiona. People do not need to be punished with my singing. Right. So we're going to do a fun little technique tonight all about frames. Frames are fun. So we're going to call it the fun frame technique. We'll set the iPad up over here so we could have a look at the same time. I think we need to turn the volume down. Yeah, that's cool. So I keep my scraps like this in a big container and kind of in colours. Like in here is my sort of yellow oranges. Then I have my blues and things, and then I have my pinks and mauves, and then purples, and then down the very end I have some greys. So what I thought I'd do is I'd just go in here and I'll pick out some bigger blues. That's a nice blue. Does that blue go with that blue? It does now. And we might as well pick out another blue. Probably that one there. That'll do. So I'm just going to grab, I have some fairly big scraps at times because it's got dented or I've cut it a millimetre too short for a card base. So it just kind of gets chucked into there. There I am. So now I can just see comments. Joy Davis is out there. Grace Clark, how are you? First day is always the hardest. Absolutely. Poor guy's just been digging into rocks. Oh, nearly missed us, Barbara Sharp. Good to see you here. So, we're going to cut some squares first. You don't have to do 3, but I'm going to start with 3. I'm going to start with this colour here. So the very first measurement, but once you get the hang of this, you can change the measurement. Are we a bit crooked, are we? Should we straighten you up a bit? It's like watching side, you know, on a slant, isn't it? Is that better? That's a bit better. Hey, Evelyn! So the very first measurement is 13.9 centimetres, which, if you remember, a card base is 14.9, so I've basically shrunk it a centimetre. 13.9, and we're going to go a centimetre the other way, which of course is 9.5 centimetres. So basically this is 1 centimetre shorter and skinnier than your standard card front. So that's the first thing we're going to do, piece of card like that. I like to use this side of the trimmer now. I can bring it down for you just to get a little bit more into it. Just try not to bump it. There we go. So when I'm doing my frames, because you very rarely will you make a frame bigger than 1.5 inches. So I use the right hand side of the trimmer, and I want to use the 2 centimetres mark. Always bring the blade up the arm into the centre of your piece of cardstock. So pop it there. Now, we do sell trimmer arms with centimetres, and you can use it as a guide. I'm a bit lazy, and I just kind of eyeball it. I reckon that's about 1 centimetre from there to there. And it doesn't matter if you overshoot it or undershoot it, you can fix it up later. So I've cut a slit like that. I'm going to turn it, and I'm just going to repeat the thing. So put the blade in the middle of the cardstock, and you're only going to cut up to that cut line and sort of come down to where you think 2 centimetres finishes there. So see how it's crossed in the corner there? It really does not matter. Doesn't matter. So once again, line this side up with the 2 centimetres. Put the blade in the middle of the cardstock. Slide it up to that line we just cut. And just slide it down to where you think 2 centimetres might be. And on the fourth side, put the blade in the middle of the cardstock. Slide it up to that line, down to that line. And of course, voila, that piece will fall out. And that is how easy to make a frame. Super duper easy. Okay, now between this frame and the next one, I want 0.5 centimetre gap. So I'm going to bring in the Misty Moonlight. Now this piece is going to be 10.5 centimetres. I will post the measurements tomorrow, so don't stress if you aren't writing them down. 10.5 centimetres by 6 centimetres. And that, as you will see, is not the right measurement. What have I done wrong there? 10.5 by 6. What have I done? I've already done a few of these today. Anybody think I haven't made any? What have I done wrong there? I've obviously done something wrong. That's okay. We'll make it 9.5 by... We're going to make it 9.5 by 5. Because for some reason, I've obviously chopped that. Oh, I think I know what I've done. I have chopped that first one wrong, but that's okay. Don't panic. I will put the correct measurements up tomorrow. So then, whoop, and then your arm falls off. That's handy, isn't it? So now we've got this little square here, and I'm going to make another frame. This time I'm going to have a 1 centimetre. I might go 1.5. You can do whatever one you want. I'm just thinking 1.5. No, I will go with 1 centimetre. So I'm going to line this side up with the 1 centimetre, put the blade in the middle of the cardstock, flop it over, slide it up, not right to the top, slide it down, not right to the bottom. Repeat on all 4 sides. Put the blade in the middle, slide it up, slide it down, flip it around. We could make songs on that, but we won't. Once again, no one should be punished by my singing. And lucky last, here we go, blade in the middle of the cardstock, and down we come. And you'll notice here, I haven't quite cut all the way, so you just pop it back into the 1 centimetre mark, and this time we'll just slide it up, and you will feel it. You'll feel the blade sort of, you know, get to the point where it's, you know, needs to be, so to speak. Okay, so I've made this frame to sit inside this frame like so. That's kind of boring how that is, so what I'm going to do is I'll lift you up and I'm going to bring in my machine and we're going to emboss the frames. So this one here, this is a brand new embossing folder which is available to purchase tomorrow. Distressed Tile, I believe it's called. So I'm just going to sit that in there, pop it on my machine, fling it in there. Hopefully I cocked it all. Right, yep, roll that through. I'll just see if I'm missing any comments. Come on, what's happening? Here we go. Evelyn's out there. Suzanne, nice. Oh, Sydney, New South Wales. Oh, I love Sydney. Joycelyn, hello, how are you? So that's given us that. And then we will do another one, the little one. Get a different folder. So use a different folder. And I'll pop that in there. This is the Cane Weave embossing folder. So put the embossing plate on top and roll that through. Okay. And just like that, we have a couple of frames made. Now, I was going to make 3, but I've obviously ballsed up the first one, but that's all right. I have options to show you. So, this is it here. You could do it either way. No, I like it that way better. So that's going to go there, and then we need a card base. So I'm actually going to put, I think I might put it onto a piece of grey, would look quite nice. That would look nice. So let's cut a card front size, which is 14.4 by 10. So that's our standard layer for making cards. 14.4 by 10. Now, we're going to put this, put some foam dimensionals on here. Where did I put those? They are in here. Oh, come here. They are stuck to a stamp case. Right, we might as well just use this edge here, because that's easy. And might as well use the other edge. And then we'll just chuck some extras around. What have you been up to today, folks? I had another day at the pool. Alright, we'll pull those backing papers off the dimensionals. Pull all that sticky, the paper backing off. And did I get all that? Yep. So we're going to layer that down on here. Now I can't see because my head won't fit. I'm hoping that's about level there. Near enough's good enough, I say. Okay, so then we've popped that up. Like so. You can see we've got dimensionals in there. Okay. And then I'll just bring you back down again. Make it easy. Hello, Leanne. How are you? I hope you're well. Hope you had a good day. Now I'm going to use our strips. These are our great foam strips. Because I want to make this one higher again. So we're going to put 2 layers on. The good thing is you can turn corners with these foam strips. They're super handy. Doesn't help when they stick to something that's already on a desk. Turn that around like so. Okay. Grab another piece. Whoa. Join it up like that. Turn that corner there. Grab the snips. Snip that off. I'll just set that there for now. And I'm going to pull the backing off these, the paper, and I'm going to do a double layer. So I'll just stick that on there. Turn it around that way. Oops. Try and get it on top as best you can. No big drama if you miss it. And now we'll do the other way. Stick that on top of there, around the corner. Just want to give it some extra height. And snip that off. Save that for later. We will use that for something else. and then pull all the backing off that as well. Okay, just like so. And now we're going to pop that one up in the middle, maybe like that. See, so it's got extra height now. Super duper foam up there, so that's sticking up nicely. Okay, so now we want to make something pop out of the center. What shall we do? Oh, I just happen to have some stamps here. This one says, have a perfect birthday. The reason this one is sitting all by itself is it came out of a set and I don't know where to put it back. So if anybody knows where have a perfect birthday came from, feel free to let me know and I'll see if I can find its home. It should fit in there nicely. It will. So we'll just grab a, what should we stick? A piece of white, I suppose. So a nice bit of white, nice bit of Memento black. Yeah, Ollie's here tonight. I see he's got a card in. Well done. Love the card. Fantastic. Good to see you here. Now, I'm going to stamp that right on the very edge. Crooked as a dog's hind leg, which is exactly how we want it to be. I made it that way on purpose. Just pop that in the trimmer. Give it a bit of a chip chop. Oops, whack you with the camera. I'm just pretty much going to snip that and then we'll do a simple banner. So you find the center, you cut up the center and then you cut from the left to the center like so, and then that side to that side, and you get a cute little banner. Easy peasy. Yep, that's kind of what I'm going for. Did I make it too skinny for a standard dimensional? Just the right size. So I'm going to make it 2 dimensionals high on both sides. As you know, decoration's the fun part. You get to have a bit of a play. So it's all about the frames. It's the frame I want you to focus on. I'm going to show you obviously different samples that I've made all day, and I will be making another one in a second because I want to show you a different type. So I'm going to pop that over the top of my, I might have to go back a bit, about there, and bend it in and over like so. And I think it needs something there, don't you? It's looking a bit rubbish. Anita, how are you? Good to see everyone coming in. Nicola's out there too. She's got the lucky knickers on at the moment, winning all the prizes. We need to put something here, so let's see what have we got that would look quite nice there. Actually, how about we go with something really simple and sweet as a where did I put that today? Murphy's Law, there it is. Okay. And we need a punch. So this is my go-to at the moment for adding simple decoration onto a card. Layering leaves, and it has a coordinating punch. So grab a block, chuck the outline one on, grab our black, ink that puppy up, and we might stamp a couple. Just got to remember which way the punch goes. That way. I try and stamp it to match which way it goes into the punch, into the punch. And I'm going to do 2 of those. So then you pull that bit off, and you grab this one. Black all over my fingers, no stress. I've got a black sweatshirt on, we'll just wipe it on there. And then I'm going to put in Tahitian Tide, I think, with a little bit of grey perhaps. We'll stamp it off, we don't need it that strong, I don't think. And then you just, it's 2-step stamping, so just straight over the top, line it up just before you get down, like so. Just a bit subtle, not as strong as if you stamp it off. And then we'll chuck in some Pebbled Path. Just wipe that off. So we'll do the same. We'll stamp it off and then we'll stamp it over the top. It's just so easy to make coordinating little bits of embellishments here. Pop the Pebbled Path away. Grab the punchy wunchy. Ooh. And of course it slides in and then you just look through the punch if you haven't already. Who's got this one? How many of you guys have got this? I love this layering leaves. The Gore Card Group have got it too. It's so great for just making just something when you don't want a flower and you don't want, I don't know, you know, other stuff that's so common. This, you can just add these little bits. You'll see I've done it on another sample card. I'll just put that back in there. We might even. So now I'm going to rip the bottom stem off. I don't like having it on there, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the stem, just like so. And I'm going to tuck that under there. I'm actually going to put that big leaf under there to hold it down, just like that. And then I think I might chop even more off of the grey one. Once again, a little bit of glue on the bottom, like so. It doesn't need to be a lot. Glue is really, really strong, and we're only holding paper to paper. We're not holding up a concrete bridge. So let's just stick that on there. Like that. But don't waste these, because these will look really cute. We'll get our snips. I'm just going to snip them off the main branchy bit. Oops. Like that. Flip it over. A little bit of glue. I missed it. Who's got this? Nikki's got it. And just got the stamps, as I hadn't seen it. Oh yeah, the punch is really gorgeous. I can recommend the punch. And then I'm just going to pop these little leaves. Hey Elizabeth, oh, I hope you can come on Sunday. We're going to do cards and scrapbooking on Sunday. I know I don't normally do a Sunday, but unfortunately Friday and Saturday is bonkers. I've just got a little bit on at the moment, and then life will be normal soon. Does that look like ears? It doesn't look quite right, does it? Lift that one up. Okay, that'll do. I wonder if I tuck that in behind it, what would that look like? Nope, that looks like rubbish. Ah, hell no. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay, so there we go. Using the frames to give kind of a 3D, and then you can build in there. Then we'll just whack it on a white card base. You can't go wrong with a card base. And where's my doodah? I'm just going to stick some sticky down here. Like that, and then pop that over the top. Oh gosh, that's a bit crooked, isn't it? At least I've got room to maneuver. There we go, that's better. So there you go. So that's one way of doing it. So obviously the challenge is to make frames just with your trimmer. You can't go wrong. I'm going to show you how to do another different type of fold. So this time, I'm just going to move all that. We're going to bring in the trimmer again with our blade and bits and bobs. I think the stamp belongs to, oh, Blessings of Home. Geez, I didn't even know I had that. Blessings of Home. I'll have to look it up and see what Blessings of Home is. I don't know them by name, unfortunately. Oh, some I do, but not all of them. I haven't. That one doesn't ring a bell, but I've probably got it. Right, so this time we're going to use Designer Series paper, and I'm going to use this new paper from the new mini catalogue that's coming. It's kind of got the bears on it, but on the back is some really unusual prints, Christmas prints. And there's a couple of, you know, berries, beers and berries. I'm just thinking, what am I going to use? I quite like that pine needle. Oh, hang on. The pine needles. Yeah, I'm going to use the pine needles and the stripes. So I'll just pull that out. I'm going to use the reverse. Aren't they nice? Yeah, I think I'll go with that. So we'll make the big frame. So I'd like you to cut this particular piece of paper 10 centimeters by 10. It's a square. We're going to do a square this time. Same principle. So 10 by 10. And we're going to go 1.5 inches. That's where I went wrong on that one. It was 1.5 inches, not 2 centimeters. So 1.5 inches. Turn it 1.5 inches. Put the blade in the middle. Slide it up. You'll feel it. Hit the cut. 1.5 inches. And one more time. 1.5 inches. And hopefully that should pop straight out. Yep, so that's that bit there. Then we will grab the pine needle one, like so. And what I do, knocked you over. What I do is I measure the inside square. Now on this particular one, the inside is 7 centimeters. So I'm going to cut a piece of paper 6.5 centimeters square. I drop 0.5 centimeter. So 6.5. And then we could like put pine cones on here, but I'll show you. 6.5 by 6.5. Get on there. And that goes there. And we're going to do, should we go 1.5 inches? It would be, yeah, why not? We're going to go 1.5 inches again. So because it's slightly small, you've got to be a bit careful. Make sure that blade is in the middle. You just slide it up a smidgey and down a smidgey. But it doesn't matter if you go a little bit too far. We've got plenty of room. Slide it up, slide it down, turn it around. In the middle, slide it up, slide it down. And one more time. 1.5 centimeters in the middle, slide it up, slide it down. And you'll feel it. You just feel it. So that gives us that. Okay, so this time we're going to cut our card base, you know, the bottom bit. I think we might do it, where did that piece go? There we go. So we're going to do the same sort of principle, but it's going to go this way. And then, of course, you've got scraps that you can use for something else. And we're going to go, I think that's garden green. So we'll grab a piece of garden green, which is right here. Pretty sure that's it. Yep. Okay, so what we do is we put our cardstock in the trimmer at portrait and cut it at 10.5 centimeters. So cut the A4 in half this way. And then we're going to score it 14.9. Just score it. Okay, so you've got a score line. But I would like this piece to be square. So I need, this is 10.5, and now I need the front piece to be 10.5 the other way. So I cheat. I put it in the trimmer like this, and I slide it. So the fold is over here. I slide it back to 10.5 centimeters, like so. Then I open it, and then I give it a chop. Chop that piece off. So now I have one with a gap. Okay? So we need a card base, which we're going to make that 10 centimeters, 14.4. Okay, this is fun. I liked this one. I made this one this afternoon. Hey Lynn, how are you? Gigi, oh my God, you had me so worried, girl. You had me worried, but she's good. She's good. Gigi's good. See, you could have it even this way, but some of the, you don't want a thing with bears' bums on it. If it didn't have bum bears on it, we could have used that. But anyway, we'll go that way. So we will grab my doodah and just get some adhesive on there. Get that started. It's very sticky, which is good. And one piece that way. Pull that off my hand, and I'm going to, which way do we want the stripes? I think we'll go this way. And we just pop that down there like so. Hopefully I've got it straight, can't quite see upside down. There you go, that doesn't look too bad. And then this one will pop up on dimensionals, which I put just here a minute ago, didn't I? You saw, oh, there they are. Stop looking. Stop looking. Bun bears look good. They do look good, but I don't want the bum sticking out. I could do the bears on a bigger card. Or if I had a wider frame, then it wouldn't be just their bums. And I'm going to put this all the way around. So this is a square one, but you can do rectangles and all sorts. So pull the backing off the dimensionals. We love dimensionals, best thing ever. Almost as good as a glue dot. Right. And there we go. Yeah, so if you're from Southland and you're watching, I've got a class here on Sunday. You're more than welcome to join us. We'll be making that fan vase card you may have seen on my page. We'll be making that, and that's going to be fun. Just stick some adhesive on there. And we will make some scrapbook layouts as well. So scrapbooking and card making on Sunday. If you're from around here, we have our craft day at the Mataura RSA on Saturday. So that goes that way. Cool, that's not going to work, is it? Do I want to be really anal and line that up? Not really. Do you, Fiona? Yes, you do. You know you do. Okay, if you're using pattern paper and you're a little bit OCD like myself, grab your piece of paper, line it up like this. Oh, grab a pen. And I'm going to put a little mark there, and I need to chop it around about there. Heaven forbid it doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying, ladies. Where was that first line? For goodness sake, where was that first line? Where did I draw that? Oh, there's one line there, so that must be... I drew it on this side. No, I drew it on that side. Okay. So that one is, that's it there. Where's the other? Oh, I see it up there. I'm going blind. It's all right. I found it. Stop looking. Right, that goes that way. And then that one is there, which is roughly about there, about like that. And then we're going to chop off, I don't know, what do you reckon? 3 centimetres? Yeah, about that much. I know, it's because I'm a little bit OCD, isn't it? There we go. And see, that works better. And I'm just going to put this on the inside. I'm going to leave a little white gap. Oh, please tell me I put that round the right way now that I've stuck it down. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? There you go. And of course in here is where I'm going to put my sentiment, and I'm going to have like pine needles coming out. You don't need to see me decorate all of that, but that is I kind of like the short front. So when you make your card, you still have it full length, but when the front is 10.5 by 10.5 square. And that way this piece is 10 by 10, and this piece here was 6.5 square. Okay. So that's that. It's so easy and fun to play with frames. And of course I've made samples to show you all. So I will show you some of the samples. I'll just quickly catch up on the comments. Could be fun to have bear bums. I love it. Love the way you think. Excellent. Yeah, it could be fun to have bums. But yeah, it is cute. It's cute paper. It really is. And I have done some... I did a scrapbook layout using this paper in the beers. Anyway, I'll show you the samples that I've done. So I'll show you the very first one I made. Of course, this one here, the reason I went wrong on that one is this blue piece should have been 1.5 centimetre frame. I didn't read my own notes. So here we go. This is what the 1.5 centimetre frame looks like. And then that piece in the middle is also a 1.5 centimetre wide frame. So using that new Layering Leaves punch and die stamp set, a little bit of bling, and voila. And see how I've embossed both layers? So I really like that one. What's Kim say? Hi, Kim. Would you do the fan? No, I cannot do the fan for Tuesday Technique. We'd be here till midnight. It's a long wind, but I am putting together a tutorial. So the tutorial is coming, Kim. But for Tuesday Technique, it takes a while. So then the second one I did with the Designer Series paper. This is new paper available in the new mini catalogue that's live tomorrow. And I basically just flipped it over. So this is the front of the paper. That's the back of the paper. Chucked it on some Calypso Coral DS cardstock. And there you go. Little bit of Heat and Boss sentiment. So that's that one. But yes, definitely we'll be doing the fan vase one as a tutorial. So keep an eye out for that. So this, I managed to do a shaker. So the inside piece, the little inside frame, I put plastic on it and I've made it a shaker. So that was quite a neat idea. So you can turn the insides into a little shaker frame. Put the sentiment, this is a brand new set as well. Look at those snowflakes. It's 2-step stamping. So you get a stamp for the background and then you get a stamp for the detailed paint on the front. Very nice snowflake, and it says let the season sparkle, which I've just done in white heat embossing. And then my final one I absolutely adore. This is once again new Designer Series paper. Absolutely love it. It goes with Pretty Peacock, and I have actually done a non-traditional Christmas card. I thought not all Christmas cards need to be about you know, Christmas trees, what have you. Just a very nice floral card with a Christmas greeting, and super. And it looks quite smart when it's sitting on the person's desk, you know. It looks quite nice. You've got that little bit of 3D depth there. So there you go. What do you reckon? Are you frame makers? Brilliant idea too is for photos for scrapbooking. So to make a frame is quite simple, and then you can pop a card or a sentiment or a photo behind the frame, and as you can see here, you can even pop plastic behind it and turn it into a shaker. So hope that gives you some ideas for what you can do next Tuesday. Looking forward to seeing what you fabulous ladies make, because you always take it up a notch and I love it. It inspires me so much, so well done. So what we'll do now is we'll flip the camera over and we will give away a prize. So just bear with me while I do that. Turn the lights off because you don't need me at full blast. And then see the ceiling. Come on. Oh, there's my lovely pine ceiling. And then, boo, I'm back. We'll go up a little bit. I don't need to be sitting way down in the depths of below, do I? But yeah, that fan card has proved very, very popular. But it is also a little bit, it's a little bit fat. Can you see my face? Who wants to have a bet what happened? Come on. What happened? What happened, folks? Hey, Sandra Collins. Yeah, this is what we're making tonight. Frames that you can do all sorts of things with. Fun frames. So there you go. I really love this card. I'm going to be making multiples of that one. I do like how this turned out. Very classic, very seamless. Just that bit of texture. Do you girls have a favourite? And do you girls have any idea what happened to my mush? Barbara, I was telling you where the markets were. Barbara, hi Fiona, Bart kissed you with lipstick. No. No, not even close. Bart wasn't even involved. Wasn't even involved, that boy. Okay, so we will now grab the iPad and close that. Are we ready to give away a prize? So I'm just going to run through everybody that entered. Had heaps of entries. So last week was the double Z fold. So we had the Z fold on the card base, and then we had a piece on the front that also was the opposite Z fold. So when you opened it, you got different pieces of going around. Oh, who said Boris showed his love? You are close, Barbara Sharp. It was a dog, but it was not Boris. Little Geezy and I were playing with a tennis ball, and she got a little bit excited and jumped up and scratched my face, dancing on the table that she had on the... Actually, that could be the story I might tell people. Yeah, too many shots of tequila on the table and walked into the ceiling fan. Tong, tong, tong. I'm going with that story. Right, anyway, amazing entries last Tuesday. We had Evelyn, Judy Oliver, Elizabeth Glassy, Barbara Sharp, Nikki, Pamela Chapman, Emma Young, Fiona Walker, Nicola Wall. She's been super lucky lately. Mary Lee, Ann Tupp, Gayleen, Josie, Judy Williams, Irene Good, Soraya, Lynn Jacobson, Sandra Collins, Marilyn B, and Ollie, and Anita. So, well done. Well done, everybody. Thank you for your amazing entries. So what we will do is we will now just slide that down and we will bring up the wheel. Hopefully I've got that right, and hopefully you can see it all. Can you see this? Oops, forgot, says Sandra Parker. That's okay. You can do this one. This one's easy peep. Yeah, 21 peeps. It was amazing. We have got tonight's lucky winner is Pamela Chapman. Woohoo! All the way from Papamoa. So that's Papamoa Beach, actually. And she is the director of the show that was up there. I know that Joy, Anne, Sandra, Mum, Barbara, Lynn, Judy, they all got to go and see the show. So congratulations, Pam. Have been thinking it was Wednesday all day. Sorry, no, only Tuesday. You got to try Wednesdays tomorrow. Congratulations, Pam Chapman. I'm just going to go over and get my box of doodads. And actually, I know that Pam is heading off in their caravan shortly to do some tripping around. So what I might do, where have I put them? Oh, there they are. They're over there. I have got these. So I'm going to send this to Pam. These are the Stampin' Up! Note cards and envelopes. So this is a card base. It's already scored to fold now. You get 20 card bases and 20 envelopes. In the caravan, perfect. Just take some stamps. Done. So, and fits in the caravan or in the camper, or wherever you're short on space, these note cards and envelopes, the top quality, very vanilla cardstock, and of course the beautiful, very vanilla matching envelopes. So Pam Chapman, these are going to come out to you, and I've chucked in some card kits as well, because, trying to get rid of those. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that just flung off on its own. Pam Chapman. Yay, congratulations. Yeah, well done. She was very good at looking after all you lovely ladies up there a few weeks ago, so she probably deserves it. Marilyn, how are you? I'm going to give you a call tomorrow, our date for Thursday. We are heading to Invis, so I'll give you a buzz tomorrow sometime, and we'll sort out the finer details of our roadie. And so have a go at making a card with a frame like so. If you've got any questions, let me know, but I will post up the basic measurements tomorrow. I will post up the measurements of this one, because this is the one it should have looked like. Okay, so I will tell you what the measurements are, and then you can go off and create any type of frame. But I will also give you the measurements of the square, and that way, and I'm going to decorate this one as well. So there you go. And then you can have a go. Post a picture in the comments section. What have we got coming up? Friday, we've got a sketch challenge. That'll be up again. And, of course, we can do prizes on Sunday. We'll have a Sunday chit-chat. Tomorrow night, 7:30, I'm going to show you the inside of the mini catalogue. And we are going to talk about what is your favourite, what you think you love, what you think is like, can't wait to see what someone does with that, because it doesn't inspire me. And if you had unlimited funds, what would you buy? So there you go. That's what we're going to do. 7:30 tomorrow. Join me to go through the new mini catalogue. I can show you the new papers, and apparently there's a new kit as well. And there's some merchandise that I need to talk to you about as well. So there's lots happening tomorrow, Wednesday the 6th of September. It's all go. If you have got an order ready that you want to process because you've all organised, you've got your catalogue, you've written your wish list, tomorrow's the day that you can order it. So whoop whoop, that's exciting. What are you laughing at, mister? He's still being a little rat bag. So there you go. That's what we're going to look forward to for the month. I can't think of anything else that I was supposed to tell you, but I'm pretty sure, you know, if you want to know anything, reach out. Otherwise, it's good to go. If you're a demonstrator, I hope you can take part in the Stampin' Up! Social media thing that we're doing at the moment. It's a lot of fun. So if you are a demonstrator and you want to know more, reach out. I can send you the link. Tonight's cards. Can we do more than 2? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you'd like to go jumbo, so if you want to do lots of thin ones, it's just make the frame. No cheating. I do not want to see 4 strips of card glued. You're disqualified. No cheating. I want you to make an actual frame from one piece of paper. And that's why you can see I've made it, because you know, I've cut the inside. But you can't just you can't just get strips of cardboard and make a square. That's not going to cut it. All right. I want to see you use your trimmer and cut a frame. All right. That's the technique. It's all about Technique Tuesday, so that's the technique. What you do with the frames is completely up to you. If you make a scrapbook layer and put frames on there, that would be super duper to see. If you make a gift box and put a frame on top of the gift box, I'd love to see how you use. I would like to see you make frames and then use them. And and after that, you can just go for your Nelly, Gayleen. Go for your Nelly. Thanks for joining me. We're a little bit over time. I do apologise. Have a wonderful evening. Congratulations again to Pam, our lucky winner tonight. And, yeah, look out for Friday's Sketch Challenge. And join me tomorrow, 7:30, to go through the new holiday mini catalogue. Bye for now.